Good evening, everyone. This is Amy from AJC Magic TV. Just jumping on last minute, Sunday evening. I know a lot are probably still watching Resort TV 1 at Fort Wilderness or even some of the other minor live streams. But I was going to go over a Disney tag that I was tagged in. It's been a while, and I'm finally kind of getting around to it, and since I'm starting different live streams, I thought maybe I would do this. I'll wait and see if anybody else comes on, and if not, I will continue to give my answers and questions. I will try and get the questions in my description, but otherwise, just make sure you hit the like button if you're watching the replay, leave a comment. And if anybody joins in, you can join in on the conversation. Hello, Donna Rizzo. Thank you for watching. That's fine. Glad you hopped on. I'm doing a Disney tag, which is like Disney questions. There's about 18 of them. We'll see how far I get through. I may just go up to about number 10 or pick 10 of them to answer. I was tagged about a half a year, probably back in March or May, February, or somewhere around there, and just haven't really got around to it because I wasn't ready to go out on camera and lives and stuff like that. But I figured I'd jump on. I know Resort TV 1 is on, and that's probably where a lot of the people jump back to that since a lot of the other stuff is over. But I will start with the first question. It says, which Disney movie or scene would you like to be in? Probably the Disney movie that I would probably most likely want to be in is Mary Poppins. Thank you. No, Donna Rizzo, I've done some live streams where I've been out in the community around Pennsylvania, Western Pennsylvania, and just shown some activities there or buildings. And when I do get to Disney, I try to do lives or videos. And I also did like a live stream on the Gateway Clipper here in the Pittsburgh area. So there's a lot of different content on my channel. And today I went down and live stream downtown Pittsburgh on the North Shore. They were having a giant pumpkin festival where they were had giant pumpkins that people had grown all over the United States, and then they dropped a big pumpkin from a crane. So that's also on my channel, and so I do a little bit of videos and a live stream. I'm also on Tuesdays. I started the live stream at 6:30, do kind of a Disney chat, or it could be Orlando area, because I do love going to Disney World, and I'll talk about that, but I also sometimes visit the other Orlando parks or even some other shopping venues and stuff. So yes, you're from New Jersey. That's good. I'm actually on the other side of the state, so I'm closer to Ohio. So for me to go to New Jersey, oh no, that's no problem. I know people were having trouble all over of getting notifications for all kinds of different people's videos and even their live streams. Some people are getting the notices, some don't. But the first question is, which Disney movie or scene would you like to be in? Probably for me, Mary Poppins. It's one of my favorite movies. Probably when they jump through the chalkboard drawing on the ground, then that seemed like a really fun scene where they go out onto the merry-go-round, and then of course it hops around and they do the Jolly Holiday and Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious song. So that is one of my favorites. What is your best moment in a Disney park? Yes. Hi, Keystone 76. Yeah, I don't know what's up with YouTube these days with notices and stuff. I know it's very last minute. I had seen just some other people were going to have live streams, but with the weather and stuff, and I thought, well, here's a chance just to kind of quickly go on and do a Disney tag rather than just doing it on a video. This way I can get some feedback, or if you want to let me know what you like. So thank you for joining. Just make sure if you are enjoying the stream, or I just ask that you hit the thumbs up button. It would be much appreciated. But my second question is, what is your best moment in a Disney park? I would probably say if I went back to, like everyone else says, when you walk in and you see the castle, the Magic Kingdom, it's like your home. And it all depends on what time of the day that I get there on my travel day to Disney World, which park I end up in. Sometimes I play that bus roulette, or sometimes I actually plan something, and then there's other times where I've planned so last minute that when I'm on the Magical Express, I'll just sit there and see what fast passes I can get, and then that's what park I go to after I check in. So, but usually when I go to the Magic Kingdom, that's one of my favorite moments. Probably another favorite moment for me was when I was a cast member, being on the tour, learning about the Magic Kingdom and Walt Disney World and everything like that. So that's just another big moment for me. The next question. Yes. That's always fun. I know that I was gonna say some of my biggest moments. I know one year, I was with my sister's family, and my brother-in-law and sister had to take my nephew to one of the medical centers. He was only about 1 year old, and my other niece and nephew, who are his brother and sister, they're a little bit older, and I said, hey, the Magic Kingdom's open later. How about after we do Chef Mickey's, I'll take them over to the Magic Kingdom and we'll enjoy the evening. So yes, it's fun to watch, and they were young. They were probably about 5 and 6 and 4, and it's always fun to be there watching the parks through their eyes and the moments through their eyes. Yes, so that's a good reminder, Donna. Yes, Keystone 76. It was fun to be a cast member. For me, the timing was kind of off. I'll tell you what, if I would have held off a little longer, I may have still, gone down. But I did it right after college, and I stayed about 1.5 years, and with my family all being back here in Pennsylvania, it just made it a little bit harder to stay there at the time. But I would love to go back. I've had some medical issues that now I sit there and think, well, I don't know if I was down there, who knows what would have happened. But yes. Yes, I started off at the college program, and then they had a new program called the, and I think that's what their college extending type of thing, but after, they had called it the Work Start Program or Career Start Program, and they had, so I started with the college program, and then I did the Career Start Program, and then I actually became a full-time cast member. When I started the program, I worked at the Hollywood and Vine, which it wasn't character dinner, because that's, it wasn't a character dinner at that time. Hello, Linda's House of Chills. Hello, A Space for Three. Thank you for joining. I was just doing a Disney tag question here, giving my answers. I was tagged a while back, and I thought I would at least answer some of the questions. Well, I may end up going through all 18. I may only do about 10, so we'll see what happens there. I was just jumping on real quick and give my answers. So thank you for joining. Please make sure you guys hit the like button. Please make sure if you're new to the channel, if you would subscribe, that would be much appreciated. And if you're watching the replay, please hit the like button, leave a comment. So I do appreciate that. Number 3, what non-Disney song reminds you of Disney? Probably Walking on Sunshine. So when I hear that, that's all I can think about is being down there. Some of the songs that you hear in the parks, just kind of remind you of that. There's probably some other ones, but I just can't think of the names of the songs. But Walking on Sunshine is one of them too. Hello, Lucky3. Thank you for joining. I was just doing an 18-question Disney tag. I just jumped on real quick. Just say hello and just do the Disney tag. I could have done it in video form, but it's fun to interact with people and say hello. And so it's always fun to interact.
Well, I thought he was because, like I said, he was getting pneumonia.
So I do thank you for joining.
The chest was just filling up.
Now, for number 4 is, when was your first Disney trip? My first Disney trip was in the summer of 1983, right after Epcot had opened in 82. I was in middle school. That was the first time we ever went to Florida. Epcot had just opened, so before it was just the Magic Kingdom and the 2 resorts of the Contemporary and Polynesian. Epcot was fairly new because it was the first summer for it. And it was my family and I, there were 6 of us. We drove down to Florida, and in those days, since they only had the 2 resorts on property, we stayed off property. Yes, Keystone 76. But I also knew that, that the parks were, well, at least the Magic Kingdom was there. So I wasn't lucky enough, like nowadays, like my nephew and niece, they pretty much grew up at Walt Disney World through the late 90s, 2000s. And in fact, one of them is a cast member now. And her brothers enjoy going, but sometimes they get kind of bored with it, which is kind of like, oh, shocking. But I can understand. They've been going since they were babies, so. But yeah, my first trip was, and I would say that I was hooked because it was just phenomenal. Going to Epcot, I know, when you watch all the the videos, I know they talk about the illuminations, and now they have the Epcot Forever. All of the Epcot Forever show, I know it's temporary, but it was actually, thank you, the Plush King. Yeah, I have, this is a peanut shirt, and then I have another one. I may have it on Tuesday whenever I go live. I do a live show on Tuesdays at 6:30. Yes, today was a nice day. But, so, that Epcot Forever, that was made for people that did go to Disney during the early Epcot days, because almost every song is from, every song pretty much is from the old Epcot of Horizons, the old, I know they kind of did it a little bit differently, of Imagination song, of Figment, but the original ride can't be had, so, yes. So it has all the feels of everything, and, thank you for dropping in, Adrenaline Ash RC. Thank you very much for dropping in. Have a good night. Hello, this our dreams. Thank you for joining. I was just jumping on kind of quick. I did go downtown today for the pumpkin drop and the giant pumpkin. I forget what they called the event. I think it was like the Big Pumpkin King Festival or something. But it was nice. The weather actually turned out nice. When I left, I did take an umbrella with me, but then it got real sunny and warm and everything. So yeah. Yes, Keystone 76. That, me too. I know one year we were down there.
She'll come in as soon as I sit down and put on my mask.
Be quiet.
Here she comes.
And sorry about that. But yeah, we were down there one time around the 4th of July. And like I said, the only parks that were open at that time was Epcot and the Magic Kingdom, and it was crazy busy. And I just remember the crowds, but it was fun. The fireworks and the shows are a lot different nowadays. They do a lot of projections and a lot more pyro and stuff. So, but I also remember the parks were open later in those days, that you didn't have to pay extra for parties or staying on Disney property or anything. I can remember leaving the Magic Kingdom at 1 a.m. and everything. Oh, okay, it was the Pittsburgh Monster Pumpkin Festival. Yes, now I remember the name because I saw it on a t-shirt. I'll be right back. I just need to shut the door real quick. Okay, sorry about that. Yes, yeah, the new Epcot Forever show. I haven't seen it in person, though. I'm hoping to see that soon. And it looks like a really good show. But like I said, it has a lot of emotions for me because it just, a lot of the songs are from the old Epcot. And I guess that's what they were trying to hit. It's a temporary show. So, but it's... it's what's to come here. Hello, Antonio Dita. Thank you for joining the live stream. I was just answering a Disney tag questions. There's about 18 on there. So I'm going to go ahead on to number 4 or number 5, because when was your first Disney trip? That was back in 1983 when Epcot first opened. It was the first summer of Epcot. Which Disney character, number 5 is, which Disney character would be your best friend? That's kind of hard. Probably Tigger or probably Mickey. They're my favorites. So Tigger's kind of a energetic tiger that likes to do adventures and hop around. I know sometimes he probably could drive people crazy because he's jumping around and stuff. But there's times that I'm on the go, and that's what I like to do. So, Keystone. Yeah, there's days I could be that way. But I think Mickey and Tigger would be my best friends. Which Disney sidekick best fits your personality? That one, I don't know, because I never really thought about who that could be. Yeah, I'll have to pass on that one because I'm not sure what Disney sidekick would best fit my personality. Because right now I probably should have wrote these down, these answers. So, so I'll have to come back to that one and think about one of some of the people's sidekicks. Yeah, that is a kind of a tough question. Who is your favorite Disney princess? That's a hard one to me. Also, there's not one princess that I'm really into. Hello, Noah. Noah, thank you for joining. But I would probably say for me, Cinderella probably would probably be my top one. I like the princesses. There's not one that I'm really like, oh, I have to go see them. I really don't go see for the character visitations. I don't really go see the princesses unless I'm with someone who wants to see the princesses. Like I know when my niece was little, we would see the princesses, or we did the Cinderella's royal table for breakfast. We've done the Akershus where you do see the characters. I'm not real good with the face characters. That just, I don't know. I think that's kind of strange for me, but in a way, I don't interact that well with that, where the costume characters, for me, is a better interaction than the face characters. So whether it's the princesses or Mary Poppins or any of the face character type of people, unless it was somebody that I really, really want to see. But a lot of times when I want to see characters, it's usually the costume characters like Mickey or Donald, Goofy, any of some of the like if Jiminy Cricket was there and I was there. Yeah, a lot of people said that they didn't get notifications. I don't know if that's something that YouTube's doing, because I've seen that on a lot of other people saying that on other streams, and that includes some of the bigger known streamers and live streamers and stuff, that they didn't get notifications. I know I've gotten different notifications all day, so I'll have to take a look at that. But I know also, I don't know if it's something that I know for me, for some of the people, the notification bell, you have to have it solid sometimes too to get those notifications. So I'm not sure what's going on with that. So it sounds like a YouTube thing that's going on there. I know maybe with them wanting to change some things around, because there are some people I don't even get their notifications at all, and then I see that they had dropped videos. And I'm talking about some bigger YouTube people, so I don't really like to mention their names, because I don't want them taking something the wrong way, or I give most of them big support anyway, so I don't want to have one way or another. Yeah, Captain Jack Sparrow, he's kind of fun when you're interacting. It depends on the interaction. I never was really into the princesses, so that's the only thing there. But I was older when I first went to Disney World. I did watch Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty, Snow White. One of the character meals I love to go do is at the Wilderness Lodge, which is the Snow White dinner. That looks like a fun interaction with the evil queen, and Snow White and Grumpy and Dopey are there. So that's something that's on my list to go there. Let's move on. Which Disney movie or scene never fails to make you cry? I would say, I know on Toy Story 3 at the end, that was really, when they're getting ready to go into the fire, that was a pretty sad. There were some parts even in Toy Story 2 when Jessie was singing her song and talking about how, and they show where she got left on the side of the road, and then somebody did come and pick her up, obviously, but that was, it's kind of hard to, there's a lot of different ones, even some of the live action, you just sit there like, oh, that's kind of hard. And it's hard to think. Probably before I did this, I probably should have tried to write down some of them, but it's kind of just kind of impromptu. What is your favorite Disney movie? I would say The Lion King probably is one of my favorite Disney movies. There are some other ones. Definitely The Lion King. Beauty and the Beast was a good one, and also The Little Mermaid. There are some of the older ones I enjoy, but though The Lion King for sure is one of my favorites. I love the music. It's the old school Lion King. I love the music. The animation was great. So, and I guess because of the musicians, I really liked Elton John. And at that time, I know he's been pretty up and coming, but at that time he was pretty strong in the market. So, and he had a lot of songs out there for that particular thing. The Alan Menken music and that. So The Lion King, and now that they do all that other stuff. Yeah, Coco's another good one. Yeah, I think I heard that too, Elton John. Or Noah, that Elton John didn't like that. It's hard to say. The live action was good. Unfortunately for me, the animation couldn't be beat. They pretty much almost did it line for line of that. But then you were wondering, like, how could they do "I Just Want to Be a King" song when in the animation they were able to build up that scene where it wasn't as built up, but I enjoyed it for what it was. I like the new animation to live action stuff, some of the movies, but it's I wish Disney would start just coming up with some new stuff. Yes, Coco is very good. I've actually when I went to the theater with some family members, I actually went back probably 2 or 3 times. I've actually seen that, plus I own the DVD and watched it a couple times too. So the music's good, the theming, I wasn't sure if I would like it, but then I heard people talking about it, so it really gets you. Yes, it does really get you for that. What Disney movie is most overrated? Well, it depends on what time of the year. I know Frozen seemed to be pretty overrated for a while there. I was getting tired of Frozen because that's all Disney was doing, is everything was Frozen. Frozen merchandise, Frozen rides, attractions, everything was Frozen. I mean, I enjoyed the movie. I did see it several times. But I think that was more overrated than most movies. What Disney movie is most underrated? There's probably a few of them that are underrated. I think, I can't think of it right now. It just went out of my mind. But the one with Baymax, obviously I can't think of it. Yeah, I think Pocahontas was kind of underrated. Mulan. But, I can't think of the one with Baymax now. So obviously it wasn't too memorable. Yeah, Big Hero 6. I knew it was something like that. I don't think it got enough due. And also probably Coco. I mean, Coco really, like I said, I wasn't sure too much about it. I seen the commercials and then I heard people talking about it. And I thought, well, I might as well go see it. So it got in there and it did win some awards and stuff, but I would say Coco probably was one of the more underrated movie also. Probably Noah, because now they're doing a lot of things Coco, like changing the I don't know if that's going to be true, if they'll change the Mexico ride to Coco, and But at the time when Coco came out, it was probably, for me, underrated because I didn't hear too much about it. But like I said, for me, the Big Hero 6 is probably more underrated than anything. What is your favorite Disney song? Um, Probably the Whole New World from Aladdin. I love that scene. Where they're, or the magic, yeah, it's a whole new world on the magic carpet ride scene. Um, that just has a lot of the good feels. And probably also for me in The Little Mermaid was, or I'm sorry, I See the Light from Tangled, or the lanterns. That was another favorite song of mine. But one of the Under the Sea type of thing. But a lot of the songs in Lion King I really enjoyed, like The Circle of Life. Um, the Circle of Life, I Want to Be a King. So, but A Whole New World, that scene there was very good, and the flying and stuff. And it's a lot of that's just hard to say because there's a lot of different bits and pieces. Because I did enjoy the Aladdin movie, Beauty and the Beast. Actually, at the time when Aladdin and Beauty and the Beast, I was working at Disney. And also when Lilo and Stitch was getting drawn, and when they had the animation area where the launch bay is, got to see how that was made and everything. Because I was actually working at Hollywood Studios, then the MGM Studio, Disney MGM Studios. So that. What is your least favorite Disney song? I can't really think of one right now. I should have looked up that. It's pretty much. But yeah, so I can't really think of one at this point. A least favorite, because probably some of the older ones. But they all have some songs. Some aren't that great. Some are good. Ah, yeah, I was trying to think of the name. My problem is I've seen Moana. I've only watched it maybe once or twice. So, and it's been a while since I've even watched Moana. But I have seen them. That'd be our guess. That one's overused a lot. But unless you're talking about you like that song, Noah. Yeah, there are the shiny song. Like I said, I really couldn't think of anything, but I thought of one. There's probably a couple songs or a couple things in Moana that seemed odd, but that shiny one where the crab or whatever that gentleman, whatever that, I think he was a crab that had all the silver and stuff on him, the jewelry. Who is your most memorable Disney villain? Probably Jafar. Jafar for me. Hello, Preston. Thank you for joining. Yeah, Oogie Boogie. I like a lot of the Nightmare Before Christmas. I remember seeing that with some of my coworkers when I worked at a movie place, and going on the first day of seeing that. So I enjoyed some of the songs. Oogie Boogie is good. Jafar is one. I don't have a total favorite villain. When there's a group of them, I like the villains, but some of them can be creepy. Some of them can be, like, oh geez, like, like Ratcliffe. Yeah, he was sneaky and stuff like that, but he, probably evil in a quiet, not a quiet way, but evil in some of the things. That's okay. That's fine, Preston. Thank you for joining. Please make sure you guys all hit the like button if you're enjoying this. And if you're watching the replay, hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe if you're new to the channel. And I do thank everyone for joining. It was just something that I did at last minute, and I just figured I would jump on, do the Disney tag. I do go live on 6:30 on Tuesdays. We'll talk Disney, we'll talk Orlando, Universal, and maybe some events that I may have been to. But most of the time, Disney or Disney News, or talk about snacks at Disney, your favorite restaurants, favorite hotels, resorts, maybe your favorite transportation or favorite shows. Thank you, Plush King. Yeah, Scar isn't nice. He's pretty evil. He's probably another favorite of mine in a sense on that. He's just evil altogether. Which classic Disney ride is your favorite? The Haunted Mansion's probably my favorite out of the classics. But that's probably my most favorite. I would be pretty disappointed if they ever took that out. I mean, it would be crazy that they would take that out. But that ride would be, that's one of my favorite classic rides. It's usually something that I try not to miss. I do enjoy Pirates and the Jungle Cruise, and I do like Big Thunder Mountain. So, out of those orders, but Haunted Mansion, Jungle Cruise, and Pirates of the Caribbean, and Big Thunder Mountain are some of my favorites. Yeah, Splash Mountain's also a good one. I can remember getting up for the early extra magic hours in the morning, and they would always have Tomorrowland and Fantasyland open. Hello, 631 Slots. Thank you for joining the stream tonight. I am doing a 18-question Disney tag that I was tagged a while back. I wasn't ready to really go live, and I didn't want to just do a video, and I kind of put it off, and I thought, I should go back to that and have some conversation and everything. So I decided I will do that. So I do thank you for joining. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up. Which modern Disney ride is your favorite? That one's hard. I do like Flight of Passage. It's probably a favorite of mine, but it's hard to get on. In fact, the last couple trips, I got to the Animal Kingdom, but it wasn't enough time for me to get on Flight of Passage. So, Flight of Passage is good, but probably one of my favorite modern rides. These days, it's usually I try to must do is Slinky Dog Dash at Hollywood Studios. Seven Dwarfs Mine Train at the Magic Kingdom is one of my favorites. And at Epcot Test Track is one that I really like to ride whenever I get a chance also. It just depends on how long my trips are and what I have planned. My last couple of trips. Hello, Cam's Corner, Pixar fan and Disney fan. Thank you for joining. Make sure you guys hit the like button. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. So thank you for joining, Cam. I'm just finishing up an 18-question tag that a lot of people had started it back in the February, March, spring, and I was tagged at one time by the Lucky Minute and another person, but I don't see him around as much, so I figure I would get this done. But for me, it would be Haunted Mansion at Magic Kingdom, Test Track at Epcot, Hollywood Studios. It's a close tie between Slinky Dog Dash and Tower of Terror. And at the Animal Kingdom, either Flight of Passage or Expedition Everest. So that's That's the thing. It's hard to actually name your favorite ride or your must do, because for me it just depends on how long my trips are. My last few trips to Disney, I was there probably 4 days, 5 days at the most. And my last trip, I was planning on being there for at least 6 days, 7 days, and had a lot of things planned out where I had a couple flight of passage fast passes um, and the Slinky Dog. I did get on Slinky Dog my last trip. I got on Tower of Terror, but I didn't, and I actually got on Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. But some of the other stuff I didn't get on at all because I ended up having to leave early before those fast passes came up. But the Flight of Passage one didn't come up, and it was going to be after I had to leave, so I missed some of the things. I did ride the safari. I went to Animal Kingdom to go get my Simba magnet, and I had a safari fast pass, and pretty much did that. And by the time I got done with the safari, I was going to head out for a meet at Disney Springs, so I didn't want to miss that meet. And then it was on to the next thing because I knew I was going to be leaving soon. I didn't really have an exact plan of when I was going to leave, but once that evening came, and that was the night of the Beverly Challenge, that I was finalizing some of the plans and then knew I was going to leave the next day, so I was just trying to get in what I could. So, what is your favorite Disney musical score? It's probably The Lion King. That's one of my favorites. Mary Poppins had a very nice musical score. I love the music from that. For that time period, it was good. I was in my late childhood years of when Mary Poppins came out, and that's always been a favorite movie of mine. So the music is there for me. I know a lot of people like the Mary Poppins Returns. I enjoyed the movie, but there wasn't a song that really stuck with me on that movie. I enjoyed the movie. I usually do enjoy it unless it's very bad, but there wasn't a song that really stuck with me on that. So that's hard. What is your favorite live action Disney movie? This is the last question. That's kind of hard to say because I could say, Mary Poppins is, yes, Keystone 76. I actually had an original record for that. I don't think we have that anymore. I also had Mary Poppins board game type of thing. And I do have the DVDs. I've had the VHS tapes. So I would say that's one of my favorite live actions. I also loved Pete's Dragon as a kid. So that's one of my favorites. I can't wait for Disney Plus to come. I signed up. I am a D23 Gold member. So I took advantage of that special that they had for 3 years. So when Disney Plus starts, I'll be moving on to a new media type of thing of watching all kinds of Disney stuff. So looking up the old movies. It's hard to say but Mary Poppins is one of my favorites. I can watch at Pete's Dragon. I can watch at, but I've also watched a lot of the live action stuff on Sunday nights when it was the Wonderful World of Disney or stuff. So they had some of the things out of the newer live actions that they come out with. I'm trying to think. The Jungle Book I enjoyed. Aladdin was good. Aladdin was good. I thought some of the parts were slow at the first, so I'm not going to say I was a total fan, but it was good for what it was, and I thought Will Smith did come around for that. I liked a little bit of this different storyline, so that was good. Lion King, I thought it was very well done. They could have maybe changed it up a little bit, but I don't know how much more you could have changed it. And it'll be interesting going forward to see what some of the other things. I thought the Dumbo movie was interesting. I do like Tim Burton movies. I understand he does do things a little differently. I mean, obviously you could see that in Alice in Wonderland, and then the other one, The Looking Glass. But so I understand he is a little bit different. So so that was the thing. So I know there was some scary parts in there. So I mean, yeah, if you were there with your kids, yes. Yes, Lucky 3, there were some deals. I don't know if they're still going on, but if you have a Disney Visa card, I think they were offering specials. I don't know if maybe they'll come out with some other things. I jumped on the D23 thing. Hello, Kevin, Orlando Parks Rover. Thank you for joining. I'm going to get ready to end the stream here shortly, but I do thank you guys for joining. But with the Disney Plus, I jumped on it when I heard the D23 Gold members had a deal when I was watching all the D23 events. So I didn't want to get that passed up. But I think the Disney Visa card actually offered a special that was pretty close to what the D23 Gold D23 members were offered. But I don't know about any other things on there. Oh, okay. Yeah, they're at the Christmas or the Halloween party, and then I know Tanya's been doing a 4-park stream. I don't know if she's where she's at these now tonight, or if she moved on, because I know they were at Epcot, but they were probably heading to Gasparillo's for the evening. But yeah, so I haven't really paid too much attention to what other specials, but I know I got something with the Disney Visa card about that. But since I had already signed up way back, I wasn't too worried. Now I'm just waiting for that day to go. But that's pretty much my tag. I'll see about trying to post that in the description. If not, then it's just hard to get, because I was actually reading off of somebody else's that did the tag to get the questions, because I didn't get a chance to write down the questions back. So if I get a chance, I will go back and write down the questions if anybody wanted to do those tags. I know Noah has done it before, because a lot of people, like I said, it was back in probably February or March or maybe even April when a lot of them were trying to get to 1,000, and they were tagging different people. So I just figured, yes, you did it pretty quickly too, Noah, on a video, I remember. And I know like Disney Dan had done it pretty quickly a while back too. So it was kind of an older tag. So that's pretty much it. So I do thank you, everyone. Please make sure you hit the thumbs up. Please subscribe if you are new to the channel. And have a great week. Tomorrow's Monday if you're working, or working all week, or however, or just have a great week, everyone. And I will catch everyone on Tuesdays at 6:30. I'll talk some Disney, talk about Universal if you like, or some other Orlando things, or favorite restaurants. And I do have some other videos that I live here in Pennsylvania most of the time of the year. I do visit Orlando, and just so whenever I do Orlando, I try to get as much video or even live stream there. And around Pittsburgh, I'm gonna try to do some attractions and stuff around here, because with the holidays coming, they have the holiday markets, and a lot of the different things are decorated and stuff like that. So I do thank everyone. I do thank Dean at the live place. And make sure you check out Dreamers Empire and Dean at theliveplace.com, and make sure you guys hit the thumbs up. Have a great week and let the adventures begin. Bye, everyone. Good night.